Hi, and welcome to episode 9. I'm Vadd, and we are on our way through the ARK Reborn mod. AG Reborn. Here is another look at the elite tier. This is that elite Mesopithecus. It's actually kind of a scary thing to try and tame. It should be a passive tame, but it's angry. It is one angry monkey. So you can tame this early on in your progression. Just be advised to approach with extreme caution, but we can bull it and slip away from the angry monkey. Talked about last episode that we need to be working on getting that compound bow. So we're kind of moving into the industrial era. Let's put down our industrial forge. The mod does come with its own unique industrial forge. It's definitely worth building this item. You can see here next to the vanilla forge, it's significantly smaller. It also costs maybe a little bit less. It's still an incredibly expensive item. It's in this fun red color, which kind of matches the anvil bench with that red monster on top. And it can craft the steel items that we need as we progress further into the mod. Let's have a little bit of a base update. From facing the berry warehouse, you can see that just to our left here, we've put down a new structure. This is going to be where we do most all of our breeding. It has everything we could need to be breeding successfully. Slow-mo cinematic engaged. We have a generator. We've got our fridges. We have those dino storage soul ball contraptions. We've got the AC units. We kept to the Sky Captain themes of this open glass, which just gives us a nice view, but we tinted it a little because I got to tell you, with all this metal, it is absolutely ridiculously bright in here when the sun comes up and stays up. And of course, the elemental tier tames have all these fun colors, so it's kind of impossible to see without a little bit of a tint. But this is the breeding area, and of course, we then needed somewhere to put our beds, so why not build further up in the Sky Captain base? There's actually kind of a trick shot. If we can land it here, this would be really good on the first. Yeah, I think we missed. Okay, embarrassing. Well, the fall will kill you. Just be advised, you ever come by the Sky Captain base without a parachute, you will die. Okay, we'll just have to take the ladder. That's fine. Up here in kind of the command tower is the bed box, not the bread box, the bed box. A little bit of a design flaw. You still need a grapple to get in. Here it is. Look at it. It's great. You can see everything. We have everything we need if we were to die out in a fight. We could get back here quickly, get our gear back together, and get moving in whichever direction we want. We can kind of see the whole base. We can see a lot of the map. Again, using that glass structure, and it's actually a little scary. Like I said, the fall will kill you, and if you're not careful, you'll kind of have this, a little bit of vertigo, okay? Stay back, Vadd. Look, it's a little bit of sorcery involved with this build. That's all I can say for 100% certainty. All that being said, this is kind of the bed box, and let's move towards the crafting room. See the windmills on top. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, which isn't great when you're trying to hatch eggs with the various egg hatching things that need electrical power. We haven't put down everything we need in here, nor everything that we have been using. These don't always work. I don't know if it's an issue with the center map. I don't know if it's an S plus thing. I put down some vanilla ones. I don't know. Maybe it's because we built next to the sky ceiling. Whatever. We have a generator. We have power. You can see the little green lights. Again, just a little bit of a crafting room. And all in all, I think things are coming along nicely. Nothing too exciting to show with placing these structures. At this point, I wonder why no one's asked about these big rabbits, but that's okay. I'll just keep, running by them every episode till someone does. Just kidding. I think we'll talk about the rabbits soon. But we can run straight through all the buildings, the way we lined up the doors. And I think these islands, I really should have done a better job. I didn't do a great job of lining them up, and I've fallen off and died a suspiciously large number of times. Maybe a small number of times, but a lot. And I see they're just not lined up very well. That's my fault. You can really place these down a little bit better. I mean, grapples and what are they called? You put them, yeah, this one's a little spooky. I definitely ran off this ledge way too many times, so I put this ramp here. You really need a parachute and a grapple to survive around here. I could have, knowing what I know now, there's a way to like place these islands so they kind of like overlap when they're really close, but it's a fun base. It's a fun place to be. I'm always open to any suggestions. If someone thinks of a building or an item that I really should be putting down as I make my way through the mod, we've got a crafting room. We have our berry warehouse. We've got kind of the breeding island. We have an island for that passive generator. Who left that anvil over there? Okay, it was me, but like, oh, lag. Awesome. And then we have these 2 big domes, which I don't know what I'm going to do with them. All that being said, I hope by kind of running around the base in this kind of big circle as I do my various editing cuts, you kind of know where we are and know how we are progressing. You do not need to build this giant sky captain compound. If I can get this shot, I will be the redemption shot. It's like it's a really small angle. Like you can hit the, yeah, that's it right there. You don't have to use the ladder. There is a little spot to get in here. It's kind of fun. Okay, look. I want you to have a feeling of where we are as we progress, not just with our base, but when I'm jumping us from building to building. I don't want you to get too dizzy or go, when did he put this now? No, it's all here. It's all here. Have fun. Enjoy the experience. I think it's time that maybe we talked about those Easter bunnies. I'm fairly confident that they're incredibly rare, or I'm incredibly unlucky. But before we talk about the Easter bunnies, golden treats. We talked about silver treats. I mentioned them in passing if I'm remembering correctly, but golden treats require silver treats. It's an upgraded silver treat. It's just like kibble or a preferred food. You need to be level 100 to get them, and you can see you need some pretty expensive ingredients. These are all things at this point in the mod you should know how to do. What about the 2000 alpha blood? Sounds kind of steep. Well, we have that breeding room. What do? We breed our tames. You know, it really had a snowball effect. I know we spent the first several episodes just getting our passive generating dinos together. Once we got breeding pairs, it was kind of on autopilot. We just let them keep popping out eggs. We kept hatching them. And thanks to the Soul Ball mod, which you talked about in episode 8, we're able to not have giant warehouses of dodos we need to go collect things from all the time. We really are able to passively generate most any and all resources we need. I have hundreds of these dodos at this point. I was really expecting the dodos to have some differentiation with their breeding times for the resources they give. Most of them seem to just breed like vanilla dodos, which is pretty fast. Let's have a little bit of an update. So we have the elite Zom dodos. We know what they give us. We have the elite dodos, and we know what they give us. We have ancient hide and ancient chitin, and we have the biotoxin bugs. We know how to get biotoxin. We have the alpha dodos. Here's the alpha blood. We have the golden dodos, which hopefully are giving us health packs. What do these rabbits do? Well, first off, not much, but they do give us ancient polymer and ancient pelt. They're a double whammy. So they're awesome because one of them's giving us 2 separate individual resources. Again, most of these you can craft from vanilla structures from your anvil bench, but why do we do that when we can just get super lucky and tame one of the buddies? They do take a Procoptodon saddle. That's that kangaroo saddle from Scorched Earth. And we want them on Wander so that they can passively generate things. They really are a fun tame to have, but they're really rare. In an episode earlier, we went out to tame them and they got destroyed. A lot of these things spawn in and die. And it's a little upsetting, to say the absolute least, because there's nothing worse than like running to go get something and it's dead. That happens a surprisingly large number of times. Always remember to collect your biotoxin. These are full. It kind of irks me. Don't forget to go in their inventory so you get the full load. Okay. I finally found one Easter bunny and I had the camera rolling and it's right here, and thankfully it's not dead. This is the moment. They're passive tames. Now you've seen how to do it. Good luck finding one, better luck taming one. They just don't survive very long. They just get killed really quickly, and there's just nowhere really safe on the ground. I did run into a prime alphadillo. Beyond kind of getting off the ground, getting your base set up, getting your berry farm set up, getting your passive farm set up, we're still working on these prime alphas. We found a couple of dodos and a couple of dillos here, and they're not real challenges. The prime alpha dillo has the same, mechanical brain powers as the vanilla dillo. There's nothing fancy about it, so we're able to just bully it with the bola and some spears. Obviously not the most efficient way to do this, but again, I would think this thing could absolutely wreck our face. We've done absolutely no damage to us. It's just trying to run away. It's not very smart, and we're going to take advantage of that. I'm not going to keep the whole fight on camera, but I really am expecting this dillo to bully us, to not be able to be bullied, to do something. We're still taking more ghost damage, so enjoy watching our health bar not move a tick. All that being said, why are we trying to kill prime alphas? Well, we want those evolution tributes. I hope that's starting to sound familiar, but I never said why we want them. I just said, hey, we want these things because we want them. Well, there is a reason. Oh, look, you do damage and fight back. Well, you pansy. All right, alpha hats. Alpha hats need evolution tributes. You only get them from jumping on those prime alpha dinos. And the alpha hat's pretty important for progression. So that's another thing we're kind of working towards here. If you did not have good luck getting off the ground with the flame Pteranodons, sure, you could have gone elemental Pteranodons. Sure, you could have gone elemental Griffins or elemental Argies, but I think another kind of entry-level elemental tame would be these Gigantopithecus. Remember, the big monkeys are passive tames, and it seems like the poison and snow are in the snow biome, poison are in the ocean, I don't know what that's about, and the shock and fire are where we'd expect them in the redwood biome here on the center map. I really think these would be a good kind of entry-level elemental tame to get your hands on, because they're passive tames. I think we're going to find out in a minute if I get my face wrecked, but they should be passive tames, and it would be an easy way to kind of work your way into the elemental tier in kind of a low risk way. Hypothetically, we're getting a Scooby-Doo behind this. He'll never see us here. We're safe. Or she, whoever, whatever. Listen, monkey. No. Don't hit us. We already had one bad okay. I really thought the monkey was coming for me there, okay? It happened. It scared me half to death. Okay, passive tames confirmed. One poison Gigantopithecus down. If you're really having trouble getting these passively tamed, you could always build a trap and get one to just walk in and close the gate, wait for it to kind of hunch down and pick up some bushes. The center map has this floating island kind of right in the top left middle. It's cool, but I thought that the snow monkey was here. No, it's on the complete other side into the further snow biome. What do I know? The map is almost as big on this side as the other side. It's a very odd map. It always seems like it's bigger than it is and then smaller than it isn't. It just drives me nuts. Listen, if you're having trouble taming these passively because things are getting aggressive towards you, you could build a trap and put a roof on it, leave, lose aggro, come back. It would be a pretty smooth experience. On my way to get the second snow monkey, it despawned or got killed, and I found this alpha stego. Remember, prime alphas cannot be killed, cannot be tamed. Alphas can be tamed. One more time, we can tame alphas. We cannot tame prime alphas, and these alpha tames are kind of what we're working towards here as we finish up the early game and really move into the mid game. And it looked like it wrecked this flame sabertooth. This would have been a pretty cool tame to get your hands on as well. A little bit higher risk, I suppose, since it's definitely aggressive, but when you're just getting started out and you're trying to get off the ground and trying to get yourself established, I really do think that these elemental monkeys, the Gigantopithecus, are not a bad... Ooh, look, a prime alpha Argy. So this is the prime alpha we cannot tame. We can fight. We need to fight to get those Evo tributes. And it's a little bigger. It's got that nice health bar. It's got kind of a glow, the red alpha around it. I'm a big fan. I think it looks nice. You could build a trap for these monkeys and come back, lose aggro, and passive tame them kind of in the quiet of your trap. You could also just sneak up on them, and here was a bad call. So I was coming to help with my shotgun, flashlight on, okay. Good thing it's daylight, and it wrecked that Thyla. Wow. Well, there's a new sheriff in town. Listen, I think the electric one looks pretty cool. Which one is your favorite? Of the elemental monkeys, which monkey do you think looks best? I'm kind of leaning electric. Okay, it's like a 180, not a baby level. There's more passive generating creatures. I don't think we're going to cover too many of these other than just now. Briefly, you have the light pets from the cave map. I can't think of the name right now. Aberration? I think so. The glowhorn, the shine tail, and the little lizard guy, the bulldog, whatever. All of them can generate resources for you in addition to the passive generation. Oh, there's a first dragon. Did you see it? It was there really quick for just a second. We're working on getting those drakes. We haven't talked about him too much. Just know there's a drake, which looks like a small dragon that does good things for you. We're not there yet. We do have our full set of monkeys. You can go and tame the light pets, more for kicks and giggles. They don't really have any resources we need right now. Flame pair, electric pair. We still need to get a breeding pair of poison and a breeding pair for snow. But here you can see them all visually at night. The snow is tough to see. It's got like this frosty mist coming off it. And in a second, we'll see if we can get ourselves into the daylight. And again, they still have a visual look to them. A little tougher to tell what they are and how they look. But as you get closer, it's immediately clear. These are the same pairs we just had in the day with the fire and the electric and the snow and the ice. The reason we're getting breeding pairs is because we spent all this time, energy, resources to go and tame these, and if we then lose them, we're back to square one. But if we have a breeding pair, then we can raise the child and go out and adventure on the child. And then if that goes terribly wrong, we can hatch another egg. These are actually gestation. The good news is we're in the AG Reborn mod, so we know it's going to be bugged. Doesn't work. They don't breed. We could have just gotten one. I don't know what it is about this mod, but this is, to me, just incredibly upsetting. It's like the Dilophosaurus we just fought, right? Like, the Dillo should have been a little smarter. I don't mind that it was an easy fight, but I would have liked it if it was a little more than just a regular Dillo kind of blown up big. I don't know why these don't breed. I'm going to, again, go out and catch some more and see if these are bugged. But this time, I'm going to do you the courtesy of keeping it all in this episode, which, yeah, whatever. So, Operation Raise That Monkey Army. Please, oh please, one of these breed. If this doesn't work, we're uninstalling the series ends. We're moving on. I'm telling you what, it's got to work. It's got to work. We have brand new monkeys, a breeding pair of each group. So here's our fire. One breeding pair of fire, unrelated to the first ones we tamed. Here's a second breeding pair of fire, so exciting. And then we're going to do it again for the electric. If the electric don't breed, I'm going to be so sad. I really do like the way they look with this electricity kind of zapping around them. It's kind of intimidating if nothing else, but visually it's stunning in day and night. Here's our snow pair, and here comes our poison pair. Maybe I got that backwards. Listen, I could have just titled this episode Monkey Butts. I feel like I've spent a lot of time on monkey this episode. All that being said, we're still in the early game. We're still making our way through this mod. We're still having fun. There is fun stuff to do in this mod. And I love this new mechanic in one of the recent ARK updates. I can't believe they waited until they announced ARK is done as a game and ARK 2 is in the future to add just copy settings to all tames. Maybe this is a mob thing, or maybe it's always been there and I'm just foolish, but okay, they're breeding. Oh man. Okay, confirmed. The flame monkeys will breed under lucky circumstances. I don't know what was wrong with the first group. This is the same thing with the elemental Trainodons. Maybe there's some hidden mechanic that some of these are born unbreedable, or they're just a little shy when I'm in the room. I don't know what's going on here. All that being said, let's see if we can get the poisons to breed. And confirmed, yeah. Poisons are breeding too. Maybe I needed them on the hitching post. I don't really know. There's something weird going on here. But if we can get a monkey army, I'll be pretty excited. The good news is we picked one of the worst things to breed because they have gestation, not eggs, which kind of makes them a little bit of a pain to breed. But all that being said, we're moving in a positive direction. Please, if you learned something or enjoyed this video, share it with a friend. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. If you have joined and enjoyed before, welcome back. If you would like to see more quality content, please consider joining me in supporting the channel through Patreon and utilizing the affiliated links. Thanks!